So now this is unit 5, the solution, which is the last part of the unit. Now in this we are going to see three types of system, that is the phenol water system, trimethylamine water system and nicotine water system. So in this unit we are going to just see about the miscibility of the various systems. So first we'll move on to the phenol water system. So now this curve represents the miscibility phenol water of phenol and water. The left-hand side of the parabolic curve represents the conjugate solution, which depicts the percentage of phenol dissolved in water at various temperatures. The solubility of phenol increases with the temperature. The right-hand side of the curve represents the conjugate solution layer that gives the percentage of water in phenol. So the solubility of water in phenol also increases with increase in temperature. Now this is visible in the curve which is being given up in the previous slide. The solution curves, both the curves, they meet at a point, or you can say at a maxima on the temperature composition curve of the system. This point here corresponds to the temperature at 66 degrees centigrade and the composition of phenol as 33%. So thus at a certain maximum temperature, the two conjugate solutions merge and becomes identical and only one. The temperature at which the two conjugate solutions merge into another to form one layer is called as critical solution temperature, or it is abbreviated as CST. This is also called as upper consolate temperature. Now this is the characteristics of a particular system and is influenced very much by the presence of impurities. The determination of critical solution temperature may therefore be used for testing the purity of phenol and other substances. So any temperature above the critical temperature, phenol and water are miscible in all proportions. Outside the curve, there is a complete homogeneity of a system, that is a single layer alone exists. Whereas below the curve, there exist two layers. It is clear from the figure that at a temperature below 50 degrees centigrade, a mixture of 90% phenol and 10% water, or 5% phenol and 95% water, will be completely miscible. The two layers will always separate out below the curve, and the curve gives the composition of two conjugate solutions of constituting the layers. At 50 degrees centigrade, a mixture of equal proportion of phenol and water will form two layers, and the composition is given by A and B. The line joining the points M and N corresponding to the composition of A and B is called as the tie line. This line helps in calculating the relative amounts of the two layers, which is here given by the ratio Mn by Ml. Now in the same thing, there are few more examples like methanol and cyclohexane. So here at 49 degrees centigrade, 29% of methanol will be there, and hexaaniline, carbon disulfide and methanol also in the same case. The next one is the trimethylamine water system. Here the temperature composition curve of a mutual solubility of triethylamine and water is given in the figure. The left-hand side of the curve indicates the solubility of trimethylamine in water, and the right-hand side is that of water in trimethylamine. Unlike phenol water system, the solubility here decreases with increase in temperature of the system. The two conjugate solution mixes up completely at or below 18.5 degree centigrade. The temperature is also called the critical solution temperature or the lower consolate temperature. As in the above case, any point above the horizontal line corresponds to heterogeneity of the system, while below it is completely homogeneity. Thus, an equicomponent 50-50 will be completely miscible at 10 degrees centigrade, but 50 degrees centigrade there will be separating out two layers having compositions corresponding to the points C and D. The common example of this system is also other systems are diethylamine water, then 1-methyl piperidine and water. So this is the graph which represents the temperature versus the percentage composition. So here it is clear that Below 18.5, it is a single layer, and above 18.5, it is a double layer. The same thing as the nicotine water system. The behavior of this system is as there was a combination of first two types. At ordinary temperature, nicotine and water are completely miscible, but at a higher temperature, the mutual solubility decreases and the temperature is raised. Further, the two liquid again becomes miscible. In other words, the mutual solubility increases both in lowering as well as the raising the temperature in certain ranges. Thus, we have a closed solubility curve and the system has two critical solution temperature, the upper 208 and the lower 61 degrees centigrade. The effect of the pressure on this system is that the lower critical temperature is raised while the upper critical temperature is lowered gradually until finally they become 1. At this point, the liquids are miscible at all the temperatures. See here, as the temperature increases, see here what happens to the solubility. So here there are two curves and two curves are joining. So it has an upper constant temperature and a lower constant temperature. Upper at 205 and the lower one is the 61. So in between these two it is a two layer and below 61 it is a single layer and above 205 it is a single layer. And what is meant by recrystallization? So recrystal in simple words to say that the crystal is again dissolved in a solvent and then it is again made into a crystal. That is called as recrystallization. Here this is, and then these are the questions. Thank you, students.